Okay, my goal is I want to do Yuri. Not dude. Yeah, but I want Yuri to be the one I write the poem for. God damn.
Welcome to Jyinxxed Plays
Attempts.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Jyinxxed attempts to play Doki Doki Literature Club. Again, I have to redo some of this, so I'm still gonna give it as much emotion as humanly possible. So, Yuri was the first one I picked, so. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish her reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical for new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the styles and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be the literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate behind the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah, it's not because I can't read or anything. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Jyinxxed. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps, the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Who should I show my poem to next? So we're with the annoying next door neighbor girl, the valley girl, or the one I don't trust at all. Alright. I dislike this girl. She looks like the most stereotypical anime character ever. Like that white bow. And she's just always happy and Miss Perfect. And I'm trying to rearrange my desk so I don't shake it as much. Don't want motion sickness for you guys. Hi, Jyinxxed. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, I'm glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Here's my horrible flirty pose again. Don't worry, Jyinxxed. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, I guess that's true. I hand Monica. I hate her name. Like, I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had these sort of things in common. Well, no. We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there's also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So, I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading too much into it? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But any case, Sayori's writing has a kind of gentle feel to it. But I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things, too? Yeah, that is totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I get comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Yeah, 'cause it's a dating sim. I don't need to impress anybody. Anyways, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, it's not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It could have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. Okay. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that's kind of the style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting an emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess I could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyways, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes, when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Oh God. I really don't like her. I really, really don't like her. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe. She's that perfect anime heroine. And I don't like that. Especially because I know this game is supposed to be like... My headset's acting up. Oh no. Yeah, creepy. Okay. I gotta get my Valley Girl going. Okay. Okay, well, let's start with this thing I don't like. Things I don't like. First of all, that Suki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. Ugh. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when starting this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poems if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what a real literature looks like. And you went and, ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it. Sendere, I never can pronounce that. That Suki's retort got caught in her throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I, already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to, the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. Oh, I'm pretty sure you didn't. Hi, I'm Jyinxxed and I can't read. It's really hard to switch back and forth between voices. I hope you're not picking up my dogs in the background randomly barking. Carl's gonna go check on them. Hopefully they're not killing each other. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. And Suki seems to really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me do it if I, don't. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna, like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even, take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like when it's easy to read, but it, hits you hard. In this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to, write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that you put more weight on the wordplay. I set up the rhyme at the end, but then made it, fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling of the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's, what it means to be a pro! I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Carl, please go check on the dogs. I really hope you can't hear them, but they're probably killing each other. Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I didn't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I'll be right back. I have two dogs. I have a Great Dane mix and an English Lab mix. My English Lab is horrified of vacuum cleaners. Carl left the vacuum cleaner out and he was barking at the vacuum cleaner. It was just sitting there, not doing anything. It wasn't Alright, so let's go to Sayori. Let me have some water because her voice kills my throat. How did I do her? She's really nasal. Okay. I don't know. Your bow annoys me. Oh my goodness! This is so
Jyinxxed!
Eh?
I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer!
Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why! Because I have no idea what I like either!
Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a Jyinxxed poem! And that makes it feel extra special. Like, I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori.
I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It just reminds me how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room? Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Jyinxxed. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
Well, we'll see about that. I've noticed. All three girls say they're really bad, and they're all really good so far. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleep from my eyes. You are asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away the rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No! Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I know several people that do this. It's a little aggravating.
I'm doing the annoying finger thing. I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast!
Okay, she's growing on me. Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's was the best.
Yeah.
But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. It's a little more stressful than anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting, my eyes laid on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, staring at their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furl in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute?
Cute?
Did you completely, miss the symbolism or, something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can, that be cute? I know that. It just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but that it did not come out nice, at all.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually, liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Jyinxxed did too. So, based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First, of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change it anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Jyinxxed liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our newest member, Yuri.
That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Jyinxxed appreciated my advice more than he appreciated yours.
And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way and make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay?
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Jyinxxed started showing up.
Natsuki.
Natsuki, that was a little... This, doesn't involve you. That was hard to do. I can't really do that both at the one time.
I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Jyinxxed. She's trying to make me look bad.
That's, not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in, the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for, no reason? The meaning should just jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Jyinxxed.
Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings that most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Jyinxxed?
Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Okay. It's not gonna be Sayori. She's cute, but no. And these are the other two that I like. In all reality, Natsuki kind of started it. She mistook, instead of trying to figure out what Yuri really meant by that, she just kind of jumped to conclusions. And she did say that she's stuffing her bra. Whether that's true or not, you shouldn't call somebody out like that. That's just wrong. So I'm gonna go with Yuri. Also, I like Yuri. She's cute. I like breaking down walls, and she's so quiet. So, like, that's just a sledgehammer waiting to happen. And these voices are killing my throat today. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. Like, see? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not like what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand, Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feeling into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far, which she did. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you, like, kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenched her fist. In the end, nobody's taken her side. She's trapped, and at this point being defiant is only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up feeling bad for her.
Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head.
Sayori, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm gonna do that. It'll spare me from having to look at, all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatched her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash.
Natsuki!
She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in the adjacent chair. Everything alright?
I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now.
No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you.
Well, alright. I believe you. Thanks, Jyinxxed. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you as part of this club now.
Oh, now? It's nothing.
One more thing. Not one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So...
What? What thing did Natsuki say about stuffing her bra?
Never mind that. I'm gonna go make some tea.
Good idea. I do like tea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun!
Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Even though you stormed off. Jyinxxed, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was neat. No. It was neat. A neat thing to talk about with everyone. Again, I can't read. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Oh, great. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination.
Jyinxxed! Ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go.
Yeah!
Suri beams at me. It truly has been a while since Suri and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
Eh? What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No! It's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
Phew. You know, Jyinxxed, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too.
Probably more than you think. That's...
Every day is going to be so much fun.
It looks like Suri still hadn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Suri on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as internal monologue sometimes.
Okay!
Yeah, let's do this. Okay, my goal is, I want to do Yuri, not dude, yeah, but I want Yuri to be the one I write the poem for. God damn. So, she likes longer words. Oh, crap. Inferno. Treasure. No, crap. Shoot! I'm pretty sure that was mostly Yuri. But I'm going to stop here. This is a good stopping place. And I'll get back with it later. I hope you enjoyed my horrible voice acting. It's basically my same voice with little oddities. Hopefully later down the line it'll get better. Alright, see you guys in the next episode.